Hello, Tadeo.
Nania.
We have lots of great questions from our listeners.
All right.
This person is asking, what is the source of sadness and can it be avoided? Should we be striving for happiness or will it simply come to us if we follow the formula?
Sadness is the result of a belief and a definition of disconnection from source. Disconnection is the idea. If you understand you cannot be disconnected, you cannot feel sadness. So, in the idea of creating certain limitations for yourself, for your consciousness to experience, including the experience of disconnection, even though you can never actually be disconnected from source, you can experience the idea of that disconnection as a kind of loss, and that can promote the experience of sadness. But yes, if you understand how the formula works and you apply it precisely, then you also have the understanding, based on knowing how things work, that you can never be disconnected. And thus, there is no reason to experience sadness in that way. So, by really precisely following the formula, it is highly unlikely for you to choose to experience sadness.
Okay, and this viewer writes about their difficult childhood. How can I recognize my worthiness of love despite a challenging childhood? If I'm inherently worth loving, how can I reconcile past experiences that seem devoid of true love and support? Additionally, do these experiences serve a purpose in contributing to the healing of painful childhoods for others on Earth? Are there parallel realities where different versions of me had happier, healthier upbringings, and what might be their soul goals?
Yes, and we're not going to get into the soul goals of parallel realities. We're going to talk to you about the idea that clearly what you chose to experience is something that would allow you to understand that you need to give yourself the love that clearly was not given to you as a child. So the theme that you chose to explore was the idea of going into an experience where you would be forced to be the one to give yourself the love that you need, because that's exactly what many people on your planet need to learn to do. Love themselves unconditionally, regardless of their experiences. So you can't look at it in a negative way. You chose to experience the idea of not being able to receive that as a child in order to understand that that's what you would want to go toward, that that's where you would be driven to go in that direction of seeking to give yourself the love that you believe you were not being given as a child. Paradoxically, by choosing the situation where you were not physically given the love that you sought, the idea is that that was a very loving thing that parts of your soul family were willing to do for you in order to give you the opportunity to experience how to overcome that, transform that, and give yourself all the love that you believe you were missing in your childhood. So it's actually an act of love that you didn't receive the physical love. It's not an excuse, not saying that it excuses any perpetrators of things like abuse, emotionally, physically, or otherwise. But the idea is that an arrangement was made so that you would be driven to seek the love within yourself, that you driven to seek the connection to source that would allow you to know you are worthy of love. But that's just the way you decided to do it, to prove how strong you are. Remember, Earth is a graduating master class. Earth is a tough school, but you're up to the task. And so you had the strength to come in as a spirit and say, I'm going to have the experience of being deprived of love so that I will be driven to seek it out and give it to myself, to learn to do that, to love myself unconditionally, to learn that I am worthy, to state that I am worthy, to insist that I am worthy. That is the lesson and the task and the theme here for you.